This is you before on the left. Okay, this is where we're working on getting you over here to the right. Now you still have a tendency to go a little long yet. You had this hand kind of over-cocking at the top, but you can see how you're really tighter here, and your body's just not accepting it, so it wants to go a little farther. Well, that's pretty good right there. Okay, the shaft's still a little crossed, but I'll show you the difference. Watch when I step up to you here. Okay, now watch these positions. We're going to pivot. Right, so I really draw. I want that shaft on the plane. Okay, I need that laws of parallel here.
So we do just one plane?
I prefer a one plane action if at all possible. I teach two plane mainly if somebody's got bad back issues. Okay. And they can't make it, they just can't twist and turn, then I have to allow for some arm lift. And that's really what a two plane is. It's just a swing that allows you to lift your arms. It's just better if you don't. And as strong as you are, you don't need it, right? Another person, you know, like a real lanky person just doesn't have any strength, I'll let them go into a two-lever system because it gives them a little more height to where they can get some more arm speed. But my preference is always to take, you know, people more towards a one-plane action if you're, you know, if you're thinking one-plane, two-plane stuff. See that? That's a really good top. So see, here's what I'm getting to, Ferdinand. When we do that, look how minimal you are off the plane now. Okay, when you're over here, number one, it's a very vertical plane anyways. Yeah, it's steep, right? It's very steep. But the club head's way over here. It's got to really make a journey. Come back, right? This one doesn't have a lot of work to get in there. And, you know, but again, what makes it so much better over here is simply this. The left arm is right across the shoulders. Now you got that perpendicular to the spine attitude, okay? These are kind of like trying to be two-plane arms where they're lifting. But I think they're lifting because you don't quite have the core pivot like you do over here on the right. So you're turning.
I was trying to restrict that.
Yeah, you've been right. I hear that all the time, right? I mean,
I feel like my right leg's going to straighten up.
Well, I would tell students that, you know, we want your hips turning about half of what your shoulders turn. Therefore, if my shoulders in a standard mode want to go 90 degrees, my hips have to go 45. Have to go. But I would also tell you, they have to stay centered. So one of the things I want you to practice, if you watch here, is as I take this club, and I would do this without a ball. This is a wall. Put your outside of your foot right up against a door jamb or a wall, and pivot. And when you turn, Ferdinand, at the top, this distance should increase. Yeah. So you have a tendency to make it do this.
Yeah, because I was
loading up onto the right side. Yeah, right. It's because I think that's one of the killers in the golf swing, you know, when we say load to your right side. Because the ball's stationary. In tennis, it's moving, so it's a reactionary sport. You got to react to the ball. In tennis, in golf, it's an anchor. It's a constant ball position. So when you turn, you want to learn.
This is what causes the inconsistency then,
right? Right.
Because I'm constantly trying to fight it.
Well, what you're constantly doing is you're trying to refine your plane.
Okay.
Let me make it real simple. You can play fabulous golf here. Freddie Couples does. Crossed over in the whole kit and caboodle. But he's also just blessed with phenomenal rhythm and smooth timing, you know what I mean? And it's a Furyk thing, right? Now, you think that's, you know, that's nothing compared to like where a Furyk gets, you know. Look at that. Now that's vertical, all right? And then he loops it. Here's my point. Where's the plane? I don't know, but we can't measure it until we're probably right in the release point. And those are not good positions. This is a very, 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 very high caliber golfer, though. We'd see him on the range and go, oh my God, that guy's a 50 handicapper, right? He's a U.S. Open winner. So he can golf his golf ball. But here's my point. That's a very vertical lifted left arm. Doesn't get any more vertical than that. This is where you want to be. Okay? Now you can utilize the trunk and the core in your power source. He has no ability to do that. His arms are so disconnected from his body. And that's what he's just trying to do. He's saying, come on, arms, get in sync somewhere here with my body so I can pull you around with my body. He does it in a nick of time. Yeah, that's why the inconsistency is there. So when you take it that far offline, you've got a lot of rerouting, a lot of re-steering to do. And what you're doing is you're pulling your body up and back to try to shallow out this club. If you stayed there, Ferdinand, you'd be very steep on the ball and you'd pull and cut the ball. But what you're doing is you're doing this. And as you stand up, it's flattening out your shaft. So this is a much different position. Now let's see if you got one there on your own. There you go. See how you're doing that on your own? Very good. Yeah. That's right, but that's what I would be doing. Just work it. A lot of work without a ball right now will do you just as good as a lot of trips to the driving range.
That's what I do at home anyway.
Good, yeah, just get in that mirror. Pivot. It's okay. So I would say this left arm came down a little bit, though. Okay? But it's still got to get over there more. And we know you're more behind the ball. And let's watch how much more. See how much more from the inside you come now? See how much quicker you got there?
Yeah. This one looks like it's coming from the top.
Steep, yeah. Right. It gets into the nick of the time there, dropping from the inside out.
Fire.
Yeah, see, and you swing out on target line better. You're going to come up higher follow through here. More out through your neck, not so much in your shoulders.